Hello everyone! Less than a month ago, the fresh anniversary realms were released, and to me it has been such a fun and amazing journey so far. I hope you're enjoying one of these realms yourself. So what did I end up doing? Well, I decided to join the hardcore European server as a mage called GuideMMO. There's many different reasons for why I chose the hardcore over the PvP or PvE server, and I will get into those reasons in just a moment. Anyway, the launch went amazing. Yeah, there were of course a couple of disconnects and also a lot of lag and competition. But overall, I had planned my leveling route from 1 to 10 so I could get out of the starting zone and area a lot quicker. It's important for me to highlight that this was not about speedrunning to 60. No, I would just like to be a bit efficient in the beginning so I didn't have to compete with all the other people. Also because I'm now a dead gamer, not like in 2019 where I could play like for a lot of hours. Instead, now we're talking about 2 to 4 hours a day. Yeah, in some cases even less. But this is also amazing as I joined the hardcore server where it's not about rushing, but instead taking your time so you actually make it to 60. Working on your professions, making friends, doing dungeons, and many different quests. By the time I reached level 5, there were only 3 people ahead of me. Yeah, for all the classes and races. I was doing pretty decent, I guess. But then again, I also knew I had to go to bed soon because I had to work the following day. And yeah, the launch were late, so I could only play for a couple of hours. Within those couple of hours, I were planning to get to around level 10, farm some linen cloth, and level up enchanting and sell lesser magic wands. Because I can't play much, then having a lot of silver in the beginning will matter, as I could then start investing, but also purchase green items to increase my leveling speed. I ended up making a lot of different green chests, disenchanted these, and turned the enchanting materials into lesser magic wands that are sold for anywhere between 15 to 25 silver each. This were a lot for the first day. What I ended up investing into is something I will share in an upcoming video on the channel. And don't ask me about the animation right here, I have no clue what's happening to the Night Elf. Anyway, so what's the main reason for choosing the hardcore anniversary realm over the PvP or PvE one? I guess we have to go a couple of years back when they released the official hardcore servers. Back then I had such a fun time, probably the best time I've ever had in all of Classic. Even if we compare it to Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King or 2019. So I would like to relive it this time around, and I have to be honest, the journey so far has been better than expected. Probably even better than official Classic Hardcore. But then again, official Hardcore also had way more problems for the first couple of months, and often a lot of disconnects. I don't feel like this is the case this time around, but maybe I'm just lucky. Let me know this in a comment below the video. To me, it also seems like the player base is becoming more friendly and not constantly trying to grief each other. I guess this is also because Blizzard is actually taking things seriously and banning people who constantly try to grief or even succeed to do so. Another reason for joining the hardcore server is because people are more chill. If I go back to, for example, Season of Discovery Phase 1 or 2, yeah, the raids were super easy to do, but people were constantly min-maxing and looking for people who were passing at 98, 99 or 100 to join their group. And this were actually not fun to me. Maybe as a speedrunner or someone who liked to parse, it is fun, but for someone who have already done this many years ago, and who currently is a dead gamer, so it's not really a possibility, then I feel like hardcore is just fitting a bit better. What I also remember from 2019, and I've even seen this on the hardcore server as well, is that as people got to level 60, they started to complain about the game being boring because they had no one to play with. But this is also because they were rushing, including myself. And as I were waiting for people to get to max level, I then ended up farming 1000 Black Lotus. This time around, it were definitely not the case. I always had someone to play with, whether it was going to be in the open world, where I had to do a quest, or in a dungeon. What we also gotta remember is that in hardcore, people are constantly dying, so when they have to reroll, you might have someone to start your first journey with, and this is of course a benefit of the server. Another huge thing is that mage boosting is not really a thing on the hardcore servers, so people have to work together to get to max level. And this is what I really enjoy, because I feel like I'm actually playing an MMORPG where I'm working together with other people, instead of just going AFK in a dungeon and getting boosted to 60. Remember, this is of course my opinion. I do understand that some of you would probably just like to get to max level to enjoy the endgame content, whether it's going to be open world PvP or simply just doing raids. Another explanation for taking my time and just exploring the world as a level up is because we don't know when the next fresh classic experience is going to be released. We know Burning Crusade is going to be released next year, but what will happen after? Will we maybe see Wrath of the Lich King once again? Is it going to be Classic Plus? Or maybe nothing? This is why I'm also just enjoying the journey, because maybe this is going to be my last fresh Classic experience. Therefore, I also just try to enjoy all the different parts of the game, and when I get to 60, I'll have plenty of time to clear the raids anyway, until we move on to Burning Crusade. And talking about Burning Crusade, this is also why I joined the Anniversary Realms, because I'm looking so much forward to my favorite expansion. In Burning Crusade, I would like to try something else and play a Draenei Shaman, which is why I don't really need to focus that much on building amazing gear on my mage when I get to 60. Instead, I need to make sure I have plenty of gold so I can purchase items, speed level professions, and so on. I know there's still a year, but for someone who can't play much and who will probably take a break when we're getting Mist of Pandaria Classic, well, then it's going to be amazing to invest my gold. And this is something I did as I leveled up my mage too. So I passed on my mount at level 40 and instead invested gold until I sold some of these things and purchased my mount at level 44. By then, I still had many things on my bank character, and I know as someone who would like to speed level, this is not the ideal thing to do, but for someone who can't play much, it was amazing. Every single day, my investments were slowly climbing with around 5 to 10%. So yeah, all of a sudden, I had more than hundreds of gold on my bank characters, and as of right now, things are still slowly climbing, and it will continue to do so. So as long as I'm not selling these things, I will slowly be getting more and more gold, simply because of the inflation, and this is perfect if you can't play much. So if you're a casual gamer yourself, or someone who likes to make gold, then you should also be looking forward to my upcoming investment video. There I talk about all the things I've currently purchased, and also what I will be buying more of in the future. I usually don't make small profit investments, or well, things that I will sell in a week or two from now. No, we're talking about things that will be sold in a month or two, or maybe more from now, because this is also where you can make the big profit, in some cases between 5 to 20 times what you invested. My plan is to start working on and releasing this video later this week, but first I need to make sure I safely make it to 60. Alright, so I do hope you enjoyed this video, where I talked about my future plans, what I've done so far, but also the review of the Anniversary Realm. Are you enjoying these realms yourself? If so, or if not, well then let me know why or why not in a comment below the video. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. And by the way, thank you for helping me reach 40,000 subscribers.